everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Office Hours with Jess. Today, I will be talking a little bit about the financial cost of going to an MPH program and how to find ways to make it work. So congratulations for all of you who are heading off to MPH programs or who have gotten into MPH programs. And a big question that I get from a lot of students who have gotten into MPH programs is, okay, now I'm in, but how do I afford this? How do I pay for this? Yes, master programs are very expensive. I think that's something I probably don't emphasize enough, and that's why I'm making this video and doing it now. But yes, master's programs are quite expensive, whether they are at giant public schools or private schools. And that can be a huge barrier. And what I can say is that, the first thing that I would do is have conversations with your financial aid department at whatever school you're going to or considering going to, and explain your situation. They're human beings too, and if, finances are the reason why you are not able to attend, there might be something that they can do in terms of helping support some of your, tuition or living costs or something. I don't know. It's really a case-by-case basis. It's just unfortunate that is sort of the world of being in grad school, is that it does cost a lot of money to get a master's. It's not a PhD, so you don't get a stipend. So that would be my very first step of trying is, doing everything you can to talk to financial aid. So depending on what financial aid might say, here are some other tips that I can give you in terms of making and saving some money while you are in a master's program. So to make some money, there are a couple tips I have. So as a master's student, you are able to TA or be a teaching assistant or a teaching fellow for undergraduate and sometimes even master's level courses. And the secret is that TA jobs pay so well. They pay the best of, I think, any kind of campus job. I don't know what it is, but generally it's because you get a stipend and you're not paid hourly. And unless you're in like a really, really, really intense class that you're TAing that requires a lot of hours, a lot of grading, for the most part, the lift of being a TA for a course is not that much. So your hourly pay actually ends up being a lot, when you kind of equate it with the stipend. Well, yeah, once you break it down with the stipend. But what I'm trying to say is TAing is the hidden secret of making, thousands of dollars sometimes teaching courses that are actually really interesting. And the other plus side is that you gain teaching experience that you can put on your CV or resume. So it's like a win-win situation. Another thing is that some labs will offer paid research positions part-time, and those are meant for graduate students to make some money as well. So I would definitely look into this. I know for my department at the beginning of every semester, all the professors would send around, okay, here are like our open like part-time research jobs that are, we encourage our master's students in our department to apply to. So those opportunities are definitely there. And I would take advantage of, just even emailing professors that you're interested in working with. Oftentimes they do have, extra grant money that they, and a lot of work that needs to get done. So you never know. But that's another way, is finding research. And it's another win-win, because if it's research that you're interested in, then you also gain that research experience as well that you can put on your CV or your resume, or it turns into a side project or a published manuscript. And then, of course, there's still other jobs on campus that you can have that aren't teaching and research. Like, for example, I was a peer wellness champion. I think that was what we were called when I was a master's student, and my job was to just plan fun wellness events for the public health school. And that was like the most fun job. I got paid for like hosting and, putting on a yoga class for students, which was great. So there's stuff like that can come up as opportunities to apply for. So, and then I'm just going to end on a couple of tips that I do to save money, or that I still do right now, honestly, as a postdoc, to save money. One is, I've talked a lot about how I don't eat out a lot and I have a very specific diet, but in general, like, you can save a lot of money by just budgeting and meal prepping, getting groceries, and not eating out a ton, especially like nowadays. It's just so expensive to eat out. So if you want to have a meal with a friend, bring a meal and eat it together, like outside or at like a picnic, or like oftentimes I would like make lunch plans with friends, but we just both bring our own little like lunch boxes or like our lunch food and sit together at the med school cafeteria and catch up. So there's still ways to be social. Like, I know food is like a huge social thing, but find ways to like, or go to happy hour. Don't like go to a fancy restaurant, try to save on like how much you spend on eating out. That really does help with budgeting. And kind of on the same topic of food, free food events, like go to talks. Like, there are always events happening on campus where they're providing food, snacks, meals, etc. So take advantage of the free food and the events that are happening. And again, it's a win-win because sometimes you get to attend a really interesting talk and then you also get fed at the same time. So that can help save money as well. And I already touched upon this, but in general, just find ways to budget. It's only a couple of years, and I'm not here trying to say like, don't spend any money and don't have fun. Still spend money on the things that you enjoy doing. Like, I spent a lot of money going to like group fitness classes because that was something that was good for my physical and mental health. But then I, tried not to eat out as much and did more grocery shopping, and that kind of help balance it out. Figure out what works for you and then budget accordingly. But it can be done. I know, like I said, I do want to acknowledge that master's programs are not inexpensive, and it, can be a huge financial burden. And with that, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you on another episode of Office Hours with Jess. Thank you.